Microchips implanted in human bodies could transform the way we tackle many everyday tasks. Some workers in Sweden are already developing and volunteering to have chips injected into their hands. The technology can make some tasks easier and reduce the amount of personal items employees need to carry. John Blackstone looks at the controversial trend and how it could put your privacy at risk.
In a Stockholm business complex, employees gain access not with key cards, but with a wave of a hand.
This is something that you can use just like a key badge.
At a recent tech conference, Hannes Sjöblad explained how a microchip implanted in his hand makes his life easier. It replaces all the keys and cards that used to clutter his pockets.
I use this many times a day. For example, to unlock my smartphone, to open the door to my office.
Sjöblad calls himself a biohacker.
We biohackers, we think that the human body is a good start, but there is certainly room for improvement.
The first step in that improvement is getting a microchip about the size of a grain of rice slipped under the skin. Suddenly, the touch of a hand is enough to tell the office printer, this is an authorized user.
It felt pretty scary, but at the same time, it felt very modern.
The microchips are radio frequency identification tags, the same technology widely used in things like key cards. The chips have been implanted in animals for years to help identify lost pets. Now the technology is moving to humans. A tech startup called Dangerous Things has sold tens of thousands of implant kits for humans, some to tech companies in Europe. Sjöblad even organizes implant parties where people can bond over getting chipped together.
I love gadgets, and now I kind of feel like I'm a gadget myself.
Even a car door can be tweaked to open with a touch, but each touch leaves a digital footprint, and that can compromise privacy.
On the digital currency, what's your take?
Yeah, it's hard to overstate how dangerous a path this is. When President Biden came into office, he ordered the Treasury Department under Secretary Yellen to actually begin a pilot program to study how this would affect the U.S. economy and the average American. We're not alone. Most Western governments also have these pilot programs, so there is a massive move toward a central bank digital currency in all of these countries. The bottom line here is not ease or convenience. That's how they're going to sell it, right? The ultimate objective is to move us to a cashless society. So you will no longer have that hard asset of that $20 bill or $10 bill. Your money will essentially be software. It will be a number in a program that the Fed, Treasury, the government, your political opponents will all have access to. They eventually want to get rid of most banks. Now, the big ones are too big to fail. But in the end, the ultimate objective is to essentially wipe all of the banks out so that your bank will be the Federal Reserve. Everything will be centralized. And again, this is not really about the money, although of course it is. This is about power and control, because the government, such as it is, will have access to all of the information related to every single transaction you make. You buy a stick of gum, the government will know. You buy a new car, the government will know. Oh, you bought the wrong car. You didn't buy an EV. Now you're going to get penalized. So in the end, Sean, this is really a move toward a CCP-style social credit system. And they're using this move to a central bank digital currency as the biggest lever to try to get us there.
Speaking of high prices, let's turn our attention to the UK, the sick man of Europe. While inflation has been falling everywhere else, it remains stubbornly high in the UK. It is going down, but not fast enough. Of particular concern is food inflation. Food prices are about 20% higher than they were last year. This keeps aggravating their cost of living crisis, and their government still doesn't know how to address it. Last week, they were looking into putting price caps at supermarkets. Indians are familiar with the concept of a maximum retail price. But that isn't standard practice in the UK, and unsurprisingly, some companies are not willing to implement it. How will they price gouge if there's a cap? This is a standoff in the making between the government and supermarkets, and now a new idea has been floated: a universal basic income. Our next report has more.
What would you do if you were assured about $2,000 a month? Guaranteed that amount in your bank account. You may not have to worry about making ends meet. If that stress melted away, would you focus on your career more? Or would you stop working and take it easy? That's what the UK is trying to find out. A think tank called Autonomy is looking to conduct a pilot program. A pilot for universal basic income.
Hi, Mika.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you too.
Elizabeth.
Hi,
Thanks so much
Elizabeth.
for having us here today.
Okay, great. Excellent.
Let's
go
get
inside.
started. Cool.
Yeah.
Mika was doing an internship at an IT company where he now works full-time when he found out he was selected for Finland's basic income trial. When you first found out that you were going to be part of the trial, did you tell people or did you want to keep it secret?
When I first received the letter, I opened it. I didn't understand it at all, and so I gave it to my wife and asked about her what the heck is this.
Mika had been unemployed for 16 months before he decided to go back to school to switch career paths into IT. Do you find there's less bureaucracy than there was when you were receiving benefits for being unemployed?
Yeah, definitely, and that's the best part of the basic income, that it would mean much less bureaucracy. People who are using the system are already using the system. The basic income encourages people to do work.
Mika said the 560 euros a month wouldn't be enough to live on, but it's given him flexibility for things like a family vacation or the possibility of starting his own business. He's proud to be part of the experiment in Finland, but he's not sold on the idea that you should continue receiving free cash even when you're well off.
There's no getting out. If I won $1 million at the lottery, they would still give it to me.
It's a pretty weird idea.
See, what's holding fast to some old doctrine that you can't prove? What's holding fast to it? A lot of these guys can't prove a ship nowhere, but they hold fast to it. A chip nowhere. A half a moon, dark moon, nowhere. That forever is continuing, never stop dreaming. They hold fast deceit. They refuse to return. See, they hold fast to deceit. What's holding fast to some old doctrine that you can't prove? What's holding fast to it? A lot of these guys can't prove a ship nowhere, but they hold fast to it. A chip nowhere. We in June! Ain't no microchips! Chip nowhere. A lot of these guys can't prove a ship nowhere, but they hold fast to it. A chip nowhere. We in June! Ain't no microchips! It's June!
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. I like to say all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Honor to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father in truth and sincerity. And this is your fellow servant, Arya. And it's June! Hey, welcome to the annual It's June Mark of the Beast lesson, man. Once again, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which you are the biblical Israelites, I said, welcome to the annual It's June Mark of the Beast lesson, man. So let's get it, man. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Who deceiveth? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom, Idumea, the serpent, the devil, Lucifer, all code names for the so-called white man. All right, the wicked. He is the one that's deceiving all those that dwell on the earth by those means of his miracles, man. What miracles? His technology, man. This is what he used to deceive the people, his technology, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. What is the beast? EU, NATO, his power structure. All right, you have the whore that rideth upon the beast, the whore being who? America. The whore that rideth upon the beast. All right, Babylon the Great. This is who ride upon the beast. Which had the wound by a sword and did live. All right, and this beast did live. All right, and what was this beast before this beast was known as EU, NATO / America, which is the whore that rideth upon the beast? It was known as the old Roman Empire. This is the new Roman Empire, man. It's the old Roman Empire coming back into power today, but up under a new brand. Okay, up under a new brand, same company, new branding. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And what is that image? What is the image that they're trying to put out, that they're trying to portray for all the earth to follow them and go along with? What is that image? Merging man with computers. All right, doing a global reset, going into the digital age. All right, this is what they're doing, man. That's the image that they're portraying. This is where they're taking it. Everything going digital. No longer having anything physical in your hand, like dollars, gold, silver, whatever you want to call it, but going digital, man. And it said what? And cause that as many will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't want to go along with the image, if you don't want to go along with the digital currency, all right, with their global reset, with their merging man with computer, you don't want to go along with the process, you will be killed. You will be black sheep, man. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And what is that mark? Yeah, you guessed it right. That microchip, man. That RFID chip. This is the play that Esau is bringing upon the earth, man. This is where they want everything to go, man. To the point where everything is digitalized, and they're gonna run it from the Fed now. Then you're gonna go from the Fed now, which the Fed now was already in play. It's already established. It's already controlling things. You already see the smaller banks collapsing. That was on purpose, because the bigger banks, they already controlled by the Fed. They're already a corporation. It's already controlled by the federal government. Right along with the rest of these stores that's owned by the Fed, these corporations, your Walmarts, your Targets, so forth and so on. All right, all this is already in play. Fed now is already established. They're gonna go from the Fed now, introduce the CBDC, which is the digital currency. Then gonna bring along the universal basic income, man. All this, hey man, all this is being done right before your eyes, man. As you see through the videos, man. All this is being done, man. And it's going to happen. Why? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah set it up to happen, man. This is prophecy being fulfilled, man. And if your eyes ain't open that you can see it, and your ears ain't open that you can hear it, then guess what, man? You gonna fall in line and follow the image of the beast. You gonna receive that mark, man, in your right hand or in your left hand or in your forehead or wherever you choose to get it. But just know, you get that mark, you will be put to death. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he had that mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Yeah, this is wisdom, man. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. Are you supposed to consider what this beast is bringing forth? And who is the beast again? EU, NATO, the power structure, all right, of the so-called white man, with the whore that rideth upon the beast, which is who? America. For it is the number of a man. Yeah, this whole system is of a man. What man? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom, Idumea. And his number is 666. Yeah, his number is 666. That barcode. You will be a number in the system. That mark, that RFID chip will have a barcode that goes along with it. And you will be put into a system, and you will be kept track of. Everything that you do will be kept track of. And if they want to cut you off, they will cut you off. Simple as that, man. It's that easy, man. It's out here, right in front of your face, man. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Honor to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father in truth and sincerity. And it's June!
In June! Ain't no microchips! It's June!